Hey guys, I'm picking up at the bottom of page 818 where we left off. Next, he took his seat and milked his bleeding ewes. A practiced job he made of it, giving each ewe her suckling, thickened his milk then into curds and whey, sieved out the curds to drip in wily baskets, and poured the whey to stand in bowls, cooling until he drank it for his supper. When all those chores were done, he poked the fire, heaping on brushwood. In the glare, he saw us. Oh no. Strangers, he said, who are you, and where from? What brings you here by seaways, a fair traffic? Or are you wandering rogues who cast your lives like dice and ravage other folk by sea? We felt a pressure in our hearts, in dread of that deep rumble and that mighty man. But all the same, I spoke up in reply. We are from Troy, Achaeans, blown off course by shifting gales on the great South Sea, homeward bound, but taking routes and ways uncommon, so the will of Zeus would have it. We served under Agamemnon, son of Atreus. The whole world knows what city he laid waste, what armies he destroyed. It was our luck to come here. Here we stand, beholden for your help or any gifts you give, as custom is to honor strangers. We would entreat you, great sir, have a care for the gods' courtesy. Zeus will avenge the unoffending guest. He answered this from his brute chest unmoved. You are a ninny, or else you come from the other end of nowhere, telling me mind the gods? We Cyclopes care not a whistle for your thundering Zeus or all the gods in bliss. We have more force by far. I would not let you go for fear of Zeus, you or your friends, unless I had a whim to. Tell me, where was it now you left your ship? Around the point or down the shore, I wonder? He thought he'd find out, but I saw through this and answered with a ready lie. My ship? Poseidon, Lord, who sets the earth a-tremble, broke it upon the rocks at your land's end. A wind from seaward served him, drove us there. We are survivors, these good men and I. Neither reply nor pity came from him, but in one stride he clutched at my companions and caught two in his hands like squirming puppies to beat their brains out, spattering the floor. Then he dismembered them and made his meal, gaping and crunching like a mountain lion, everything, innards, flesh, and marrow bones. We cried aloud, lifting our heads to Zeus, powerless, looking on at this, appalled. But Cyclops went on filling up his belly with man flesh and great gulps of whey, then lay down like a mast among his sheep. My heart beat high now at the chance of action, and drawing the sharp sword from my hip, I went along his flank to stab him where the midriff holds the liver. I had touched the spot when a sudden fear stayed me. If I killed him, we perished there as well, for we could never move his ponderous doorway slab aside. So we were left to groan and wait for morning. When the young dawn with fingertips of rose lit up the world, the Cyclops built a fire and milked his handsome ewes all in due order, putting the sucklings to the mothers. Then, his chores being all dispatched, he caught another brace of men to make his breakfast, and whisked away his great door slab to let his sheep go through. But he, behind, reset the stone as one would cap a quiver. There was a din of whistling as the Cyclops rounded his flock to higher ground, and then stillness. And now I pondered how to hurt him worst, if but Athena granted what I prayed for. Here the means I thought would serve my turn. A club or a staff lay there along the fold. An olive tree felled green and left to season for Cyclops' hand. And it was like a mast, a lugger of 20 oars broad in the beam a deep sea-going craft might carry. So long, so big it seemed. Now I chopped out a 6-foot section of this pole and set it down before my men, who scraped it, and when they had it smooth, I hewed it again, to make a stake with a pointed end. I held this in the fire's heart and turned it, toughening it, then hid it well back in the cavern under one of the dung piles in profusion there.